Good morning and welcome back to Karakol City. I have just returned from 3 days out in the wild hiking, which is not a part of this video. That is completely in a separate video because there was just way too much content to throw into Karakol. So I'm going to keep this video all about Karakol. We've still got another 2 days exploring the city here. We're going paragliding this afternoon and then having a classic Dungan dinner tomorrow, followed by a cooking class. So yeah, lots to do still here in Karakol. And this morning we are at an animal market. So this is where all of the sheep and the goats and the horses are traded, bought and sold. So buying a sheep is determined on how big it is and how much fat it has, and apparently they can get pretty expensive, up to 7,000 som. Som is the local currency, and that would equate to about $100 US for just one sheep, which goes a long way here. So if you've got like, I don't know, 400 of those, it's a lot of money.
They're really expensive.
Ah, this one here.
Yeah.
So a lot of this cattle and livestock has been brought into Karakol from all over the surrounding area. Some people leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning and they come down here to hopefully sell 1 or 2, and that could be enough money to live for the month. So pretty impressive, happens every Sunday, and yeah, this is the farm life in the city. The livestock trading in Kyrgyzstan is big business for the amount of money that these bulls and horses and sheep sell for, but I have learned that that is not necessarily the case, and these people travel long distances to try and hopefully sell one of their animals here, and if they don't, they have to turn around and take it right back home. But that's also a chance to fatten it back up and then bring it back the next year. So big business, and that's why we're seeing a lot of the livestock out in the mountains, out in the valleys, out in the wild, and it's nice to see. It's sort of taking it back to farming. And keep in mind that this is all meat. There are no vegetables here. This is straightforward, a livestock market, and not even really like chickens or any smaller stuff. It's really just like cows, bulls, horses, sheep, goats, that's it. So we've left the livestock market and now it is time to go paragliding. Nice to see you. Nice shirt. Headed to the paragliding drop zone takeoff spot just outside of Karakol. You can see it off there in the distance. Perfect weather for flying today. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. Let's catch some thermals and head on up.
So my first time, I'm so excited. Also like a little afraid.
How was it?
Oh, it was just stunning. You know, like when I was like going up in here, like I couldn't control my like feelings. Like I was like, wow, I'm dying.
But you're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah, happy that. Yeah, it was amazing.
My turn now. Shirt. And that's it for the paragliding experience. Really awesome to do this outside of Karakol. Your first time, right?
Yeah, it was my first time. It was like so fun.
Yeah, super easy, a great price too, and a nice like 1 or 2 hour excursion outside of the city. So yeah, thank you very much.
Ciao Rahmat.
Welcome.
Ciao Rahmat.
Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
Next up for us is a traditional Dungan dinner.
Yeah, at the Dungan dinner, we will try to taste the traditional Dungan food, which is called the Ashlam-fu, and they will show us all the cooking process, how they make this the famous Dungan dish.
So our cultural tour of Karakol continues with more of the Dungan culture, which are the Chinese Muslims that are the minority here in Karakol. We are going to a village just outside of the city to visit a museum and then the local mosque, and then it's a cooking class experience where we're going to help prepare Ashlam-fu, which is the local dish here, and it is absolutely delicious. So I've just been privy to the legend of the Dungan people, and I'm going to try and paraphrase it because it's quite long, but let's see if I can remember this correctly. So about the 7th century in China, the emperor needed warriors to help fight his enemies and asked a contact that he had in the Middle East, and that ally said yes and sent 3,000 warriors over who were Muslims practicing Islam at the time. And they came over, ended up marrying Chinese women and having children, and those children were the first sort of Dungan people, and they say that they get their culture and their language from their mother, but their religion from their father. Fast forward centuries, and about 140 years ago, when the revolution was happening against the empire in China, the Dungan people were sort of forced out of Western China, and a few factions of those people came across the mountains, the Himalaya, by foot and with carts, and transferred their entire lives into present-day Kyrgyzstan. And some of those peoples still exist to this day, and they celebrate that culture and that rich heritage here in this village. And one of the leaders of one of those factions that came over settled right here, and his grandson is Karim, this man right here. And I asked him, I'm like, do you know that for sure? And he said, yes, for sure. So that is pretty cool. Here, it's made from oil some garlic. Done. This is so good. This is quite possibly, I think it is the best meal that I've had in Kyrgyzstan so far. That's it for the Dungan cooking experience and village tour. Very, very cool. That meal was outstanding and possibly the best I've had in Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, and tomorrow we have our Lagman cooking class and the panorama view. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yep.
Good afternoon from Karakol in Kyrgyzstan. Things have changed a little bit. The Lagman cooking class is no longer happening, which is sad. However, we're gonna go to a bazaar and try another version of Ashlam-fu, which we just had at the Dungan cooking experience. Hey, people love the camera. So we're gonna go to a bazaar, and then we're going to the ski hill, which is just outside of town, to shoot sunset.
Put the fruit in big bazaar in Paragliding. Yeah, they told me they're real Kyrgyz Ashlam-fu. Yeah.
And then they fry the potato?
Yeah. Let's see. How do the spicy?
It's like medium spicy.
Biraz orta çörek.
Learn that in Kyrgyz to do that before every meal. And this is Ashlam-fu. So this is what we made yesterday with the Dungan family, and it is really popular here in Karakol and probably the best in Kyrgyzstan, which probably makes it the best in the world. And this is straight up street food, Ashlam-fu, and I bet it's gonna be delicious. Here we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
How's it, Greg?
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was like my 6th time having this in like 4 days. It is so good. Absolutely delicious. Cheers. Wow, that Ashlam-fu is so good, amazing. I could eat that probably every day, but it's sadly probably the last time I'm gonna have that for a while, because tomorrow we're leaving Karakol. We're going to a place called Jurgalan to do more hiking, and it's further out into the mountains towards Kazakhstan, and I think it's going to be amazing. I've heard only really good things about Jurgalan. So This afternoon, I'm gonna go change up some of my photography gear, grab the drone and put my shoes on because we're going for a hike to the ski hill. However, it's the summer, so we're gonna walk up, and apparently there's a panorama lookout there, and I think it's gonna be perfect for sunset and the best way to wrap up this video here in Karakol. So yeah, up next is exploring the ski hill and going up to the panoramic hike to shoot sunset with this guy.
Yeah, let's go.
It is our last evening in Karakol and we are at the base of a ski hill. How cool is that in Kyrgyzstan? Hoping to do a little bit of hiking and try and shoot sunset from a viewpoint and get the drone up in the air, but the weather is kind of crazy right now. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think the weather will be good after half an hour.
We got a couple hours still before the sun sets. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Fingers crossed we can go for a bit of a walk up the ski hill here and get the drone up, and that'll be the end of that. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So of course, following the theme of hiking in Kyrgyzstan, there's no trail. We are just bushwhacking it up to the panorama lookout, which we think is somewhere up there. Meters straight up a ski hill in the summer. We're gonna get there. We have made it about 3/4 of the way up the ski hill and the weather has definitely gotten a lot better, which is amazing because it is still about half an hour before sunset and we want to try and get the drone up in the air and show you guys the ski hill here. This is Kapakoa, and in the wintertime it is known as the Karakol Ski Resort, and you can come here from wherever you live and ski in Central Asia, which is very, very cool. It looks pretty good and definitely makes me want to come back here in the winter. But for now, we've got this place all to ourselves and it is time to shoot sunset.
Hey guys, now we are finishing the Karakol video and we are now at the top of the ski base in the Karakol.
Just outside of the city, yeah, there is a ski resort here in the wintertime, and it seems fitting to finish up here watching the sunset. It's been an amazing 6 days exploring the city. We've had Kenny back with us the whole time, which has been awesome. So thank you once again for all your help.
Yeah.
Some of the cultural stuff and the hiking and the paragliding, it's just been all incredible getting out in the lake. So if you do find yourself in Kyrgyzstan, be sure to come down this way and check it out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah? Next up is Jurgalam.
Are you ready?
Yeah!
Let's go.
All right.
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah.